The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, "There will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and on earth nations will be in dismay, perplexed by the roaring of the sea and the waves. People will die of fright in anticipation of what is coming upon the world, for the powers of the heavens will be shaken. And they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. But when these signs begin to appear, stand erect and raise your heads, because your redemption is at hand. Beware that your hearts do not become drowsy from carousing and drunkenness and the anxieties of daily life, and that day catch you by surprise like a trap. For that day will assault everyone who lives on the face of the earth. Be vigilant at all times and pray that you have the strength to escape the tribulations that are imminent and to stand before the Son of Man." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Good morning. By way of introduction, my name is Father Ron Hoye. A Vincentian priest. I belong to a religious order called Vincentians. Have you heard of us? That's not real convincing. But have you heard of like the Jesuits? Yeah, and there's Franciscans, there's Dominicans. Well, we're Vincentians, and we're like them, except better. See, that's... No. But the founder of my community is probably someone you've all heard of, St. Vincent de Paul. Have you heard of him? That's my man. That's my man. So St. Vincent de Paul founded us as a community of priests and brothers. One of the reasons is what brings me here, from where I live in St. Louis, Missouri, to preach parish missions. And I am the one that has the privilege of leading yours, that begins here in the church tonight and goes Monday and Tuesday. And I want to say how nice it is to be here with all of you. Thank you for the invitation to come. Now, while the mission begins tonight at 7, goes Monday, Tuesday, I'm also at all the masses this weekend, just to give you a little heads up as far as what this is, if you don't know. What is a parish mission? Which is a great question if you're going to come, or even if you're not. Okay, so what is a parish mission? What we have right over here, oh, it's not lit. Oh, it will be, okay. So what we have over here is the wreath. So we begin this Sunday with the 4 weeks before Christmas, as we do every year, for one reason: to slow down a bit so that we can give more of our attention to Jesus. To prepare our hearts, along with our living rooms, along with our dining room, along with our houses, we can prepare our hearts to receive Jesus. Because we all know, if our heart isn't ready and receptive, the other part is going to mean very little. Right? We know that. Which is why we got 4 weeks to get that ready inside. Well, a parish mission is a condensed sort of way for people who are busy to slow down and to get that inner self ready for the Lord. Let me ask you a question by a show of hands. How many of you would like to feel closer to God in your... All right, beautiful. How many of you think, no, I'm good? Okay. So that's perfect. We're all on the same page. That's good. All right. So if what you just said is true, I mean, if it really is true and a desire, how can we achieve that, move closer to that in our lives? And the answer to that question, how, is all over Scripture. And St. James in the Scripture, St. James, I think, says it most beautifully and simply. You want to know and feel closer to God in your life? He says, I just forgot. No. What I'm having one of those old people moments. He says, St. James says, draw near to God, and God will draw near to you. That's how. Let's not make it more complicated than what it is. In other words, make space in your life for God, and God will fill that space. Why is it so hard in the midst of our busyness to slow down to make that space for Him? I don't know. It's hard. It's a challenge in my own life. And every year it seems we have to go faster and faster, do more and more things. And in the midst of just living our life, the day-to-day routine, where is God in the midst of it? That brings us back to the parish mission. It gives you and me the time down a little bit and pull out of the routine of life to make that space to receive the very thing you just said you wanted. And if that's true, if what you said is true, then do something about it. If it's just a desire that you have, oh, I want to know and feel God more, who cares? God doesn't care. If you're not going to do something, make it happen. Make that space for Him. And God, amazing things happen when we do that. So folks, that's what a mission is about, and that's why I hope you come to this. Not for me. This isn't for me. Well, it is kind of in a way, but it's as much for me as it is for you. You know, I was driving to a mission not long ago in Kansas. Long, boring drive. Oh my gosh, hours and hours I'm on the road. And actually, is there anyone from Kansas here? Oh, no. Really? No, actually, it was Oklahoma. Okay, it was Oklahoma. Okay, no, it was Kansas. Oh, so I stop hours into the road drive. I stopped to get some gas, right? And so as I'm filling my tank, I went into the little store to get a little something to drink, you know, a little tequila. And so I'm filling my tank, and I go in, and I'm at the beverage cooler kind of looking, choosing, when above me draws my attention to a TV show that's playing. That's one of the most addictive shows there is. You can't not watch it. Judge Judy is on the TV. Right? Now, I don't really watch her. I know who she is, but I think it's ridiculous. And this was no exception. This particular episode, it was two women, two neighbors, and they were suing. One was suing the other before the Judy because the one woman said that her neighbor's dog is gay. Okay. And her gay dog is trying to make her dog gay. And I'm standing there like, what? This is ridiculous. But I'm watching it. You know, I can't not watch it. And in the midst of it, my mom calls. So normally I let it go to voicemail, but I pick it. I'm listening to my mom, and she's going on. I'm listening to Judy. I'm looking through some magazines. Oh my God, I was so distracted. Finally, I'm done with my mom. I hang up. 30 minutes I've been hanging out in this store, and it freaked me out. I think now I'm going to be late. I was going to a church for a mission. You know, I drop everything thinking, what am I doing wrong? Come on. I ran out and I took off. Now here's the horrible part. So distracted did I get in the store between the gay dogs and mom and everything going. I ran out, got my car, took off, and forgot to take the gas handle out of my car. You know, those handles stay in there. Who knew? You know, I got in my car, I took off, pulled that black hose, ripped it completely off the pump. It smashes and is scraping behind me as I start to OMG. You know, I was so embarrassed. I mean, who does that? Right? Well, has that happened to anyone here? Thank you, sir. Okay. Let's all look at him. Look, you're almost with it. Yeah. But it's embarrassing. Does it happen to you? That's all I'll say. You know, not that I have to explain it, but you gas station, the only thing you need to be attentive to is gas. Right? I mean, that's it. That's the most important thing. And if it's not enough to hold your attention there, you got a big sign above you that says gas. You know, all you see are gas pumps. You smell gas. So when you get into your car, throw it and drive and pull out and forget you're getting gas, you know, there's something wrong with him. Or with us. I'm closing it down here. But I say that because of this. Why do you need to come? Why will this mission be worth it to you? And the answer to that brings me back out there to Kansas. See, what you just kind of said by the raising of your hand, by your presence here this morning, is that the most important, the part that rises above every other element of your life, is your faith in God. Is that true? If it's true, say amen. Here's the reality, I believe, for many of us. We want that to be true, but me out there in Kansas, our life is with a lot of other stuff that is competing with that attention, with that time, with that space for God. Good stuff, you know, family and friends, friends and food and working out and school and all this great stuff that's a part of our life. But what happens in the midst of living, our attention upon God gets kind of diluted amongst all this other stuff that's also going on. That's life. That's human. Which is why it's important every now and again to just kind of step out of the routine of stuff so that you can open and turn your heart, your desire, more completely to God. And as we know from James and everyone else, the more we turn our attention upon Him, the more our life is blessed by Him. That is why I hope you come to this. So, it begins tonight, right here in the church at 7 o'clock, and it goes Monday and Tuesday. Ideally, we come all 3 evenings. Well, I'll be here all 3. Someone at the last Mass said, I got Tuesday night, can I come Sunday and Monday? Yeah, of course. Whatever you can do, the more space we can make, it's for everyone. Mission is. So it's for young kids to old, mature, single, married, gay, straight. It makes no difference. Anybody who just simply wants to feel the Lord, get connected again to God. That's what you'll get. Not from me, from Him, if you make the space. So come on. Tonight, I'm going to open, and I promise I'm ending. But tonight we're going to open the mission talking about the one thing right now in your life that you can do. It's very easy and it's very practical. The one thing in your life that you can do that will turn you more completely to Jesus. It's awesome. I learned this one thing many years ago from, of all people, a 5th grader. He was a server that I had for a funeral mass, and he was also the worst server I have ever had in my life. Worse than these guys. Wait, no. Just kidding. But I did. Oh, this is a great story. You're going to love it as we open our mission. But the one thing you can do right now to kind of move the distractions away, how do I stay focused upon Him? It's awesome. Anyway, you're going to have a great time if you come, I promise. Thank you for listening. If you were. Thank you for listening this morning. And I hope to see you right back here tonight at 7 o'clock. And I'll end by promising you this. 45 minutes. Okay, it's not going to go on and on and on like this homily. Okay, it's 45 minutes each evening. That's it. You still have plenty of time to get home. But who can't make that? God bless you. Thank you. Hopefully we'll see you tonight.